Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Pikmin 2! Last episode, we went through the first parts of the Cavern of Chaos, and now we're halfway through the dungeon at sub-level 5. This is a rest floor. However, we probably don't want to change those Pikmin into purples or whites, because the time for needing purples is pretty much past at this point in the run, and white Pikmin, I don't think we really need any more of them than we already have. Sure, there is a lot of poison in the last dungeon of the game, but really, if you bring along like 20 to 30 whites, you're pretty much good. Anyway, there are a couple of iridescent flint beetles on this floor. It's kind of interesting to think, and I know that I've probably mentioned this before, but they went overboard with the iridescent glint beetles and doodlebugs, and actually there's more iridescent glint beetles and doodlebugs than there are standard flint beetles in the game, which is a little bit sad because they even say in the notes like, oh, these enemies are more rarely seen, but they kind of, I just felt, maybe they felt like using them more because they were more fun to program or something, because they were more interesting than kind of mundane flint beetles. If you didn't know this already, if you have gotten Spicy Spray by this point, which you obviously should have gotten, like, by the first time you visited Awakening Wood, you can get at least one you can get a dose of Spicy Spray out of each flint beetle you fight if you manage to flip it 3 times. So that's kind of good to know. You can just get a couple extra ones that way. But for us, Nectar is really the only reward that's worth anything. There was also an ivory candy pop bud on that floor. You didn't see it, but I didn't look for it because we don't need it. This floor, I don't know what to say about it in terms of difficulty. Is it one of the worst in the dungeon? It's kind of a toss of a coin. It really depends on the layout you get. I unfortunately have gotten... This looks like the worst layout of this floor I've ever gotten in my life. It's set up systematically so it doesn't look like it's going to be easy to bring any group of Pikmin across, so naturally I'm going to charge into it with my full party. Over here, we'll just take out the water dumples with a well-timed swarm. Good. As long as water dumples aren't in groups, and if you have like a group of about 100, you're good for fighting them. Maybe we can just defeat that anode beetle and help. Whoa! No, no, no! Oh, screw you guys. What? Damn it, these guys keep undoing everything I get from the Queen Candy Pot Buds. Like, seriously, we keep going back to 90 because of them. But that was really jerkish. We were like fighting an anode beetle. Oh, great. No, no, why do you jump over there? Right next to the anode beetles, too. Okay, you're stuck into the wall, so here's our chance to kill you. Or not! No, this is going dreadfully. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Although it's supposed to work, and sometimes it does, never swarm Wollywogs, because you never know when it's not going to work, and when it doesn't work, the results are disastrous. Okay, now we got a few anode beetles here. Let's just be systematic and kill each one. Of course, the water dump will approach us from behind while we're battling enemies. That's just great. Alright, great. It didn't actually kill them. Perfect. Now we can just move on to you two. Whenever I say you two, it sounds like the band. Actually, that reminds me of... Oh, wait, what was that song again? Oh, 1985, where there were people that were... There was a part of the song where I think they said, they mentioned the U2 in it. And as a kid, I always thought they were saying Mewtwo. And I'm like, Pokemon wasn't out in 1985. I know, this is the kind of thing that I'd facepalm about now. But I guess I was a very... I've said this before, I'll say it again. I was a very stupid little kid. And I haven't improved much in the years that followed. Anyway, over here we have another treasure, which is kind of... Actually, this layout, this room right here, is exactly the same as that one in Submerged Castle. Right near the sealed exit. Of course, though, the exit here is open. And instead of getting a donut or whatever, a pastry wheel, we get a mushroom there. So here's... Now you see what I mean about... You'll start really noticing that, hey, they use this layout again and again. Or, I've seen this before. And you have seen it before. This is why. I mean, it's not something that I really find a problem, because it's interesting to, like, work with. But unfortunately... Wow. Am I really that short on blue Pikmin? Oh, never mind. It's actually a pretty lightweight treasure. I was wondering how long it would take for them to dig that up. Sometimes it's tough to tell with those treasures. Of course, they're gonna have to take it through here. Oh, great. I didn't shut... Oh, perfect! Okay, guys, never mind. We're gonna have to kill everything there, and then... Because there's 3 water dumples in the way and an electric node. So that would have been, like, disastrous if they tried to get through there. That's like a perfect blockade to kill all the Pikmin. So it looks like we're gonna have to go through there first ourselves and, shut that electric node off. So we'll just go around this way, because I don't want to go through the tunnel. There's water dimples over there. We'll just approach the anode from over here. Great! There's water in the way, and we can't sneak the Pikmin over the water using the block, because there's a water dimple right there. So we are gonna have to go through the tunnel. Well, actually, maybe the Pikmin are going to be smart and choose not to take it through the tunnel. Maybe they'll decide to actually go around the corner. Maybe they'll just take it through the water. Let's just have the blue Pikmin take it and see what they do with it. Okay, guys, you're going to go through the pipe like idiots, because if you are... Yes! They're actually choosing a proper route! Thank you, Pikmin AI, being awesome today. Like, never. You guys never are awesome. Okay, come on, Pikmin. What?! Oh my god! Ah, you're kidding me! Like, I'm pretty sure if you rewind the video, the water dimple's mouth didn't even touch the Pikmin and it got eaten. I literally saw that happen. The water dimple's mouth didn't even touch the Pikmin. It was like that kind of thing in Smash Bros. Where they have like that hitbox or whatever. Like the attack doesn't have to hit the enemy, the hitbox just has to hit the enemy. Well, in this case, the bite box hit the Pikmin, and the Pikmin died without actually touching the water dimple. That was really stupid. I've actually never seen that happen before. Game! After the Pikmin do everything right, you just have to screw me over one more time before letting me progress, don't you? Yes, you do. Whatever, let's just keep going down through the dungeon. We're on level 7, we're getting closer. Okay, level 7, sort of like level 6, in that normally this floor isn't that bad. The one thing that can be bad is that because there are blowhogs, typically they'll be on the other side of a fence. So while you're trying to break down the fence, they'll be hitting your Pikmin with their nasty gusts and making them lose all their flowers, which is really just simply trollish and not fun at all. Actually, I remember on the worst layout that I ever got of this floor, one that actually managed to kill, like, almost my entire Pikmin army, was, there was, like, a puffy blowhog and a withering blowhog behind one of the fences, and there was a gas pipe, like, nearby the fence. And I couldn't get to the gas pipe because the blowhogs kept knocking over my Pikmin and hitting them into the gas pipe, and I constantly couldn't do anything about that. So you kind of have to be very methodical about how you get through this place. But it looks like we got lucky this time, so you're not going to have to worry. Just take it nice and easy, take out one obstacle at a time. You haven't seen Puffy Blowhog since Glutton's Kitchen, so it's been a long time since then. They aren't actually that common in this game. Maybe they're more frequently found in the first, now that I think about it. I believe, actually, that there are more red... what are they again? Okay, spotty bull... The thing is, red bulborbs are called red bulborbs in this game, but they were called spotty bulborbs in the previous game. Because in the previous game, there was only one type of bulborb. So you didn't have to call it the red bulborb. But now that they introduced the orange one and the hairy one, they had to be more specific. They couldn't call them spotty because they all have spots. So they had to call them red bulborbs in this one. And they actually talk about that in the enemy description in the Wikipedia. Olimar's notes about the enemies are actually really well done, well written. But they're not actually that interesting because in terms of story, because they tell you nothing about the actual story of the game. So for that reason, I decided not to post them. But if you really want me to put up Olimar's notes for the enemies, I can if you really request it. So if you ever just happen to like leave it in the comments, I'll do that. But if you don't, I won't. Simple as that. But yes, Puffy Blowhogs, we haven't seen this as Glutton's Kitchen. They're really, like, hardly found anywhere else. I think there is going to be one in the dungeon after this, and then 2 more in the final one. So I suppose if you add them all together, you get 6. So, yeah, never mind, they are more common in this game, but because you don't find them until very late. And actually, the unfortunate thing is most Let's Plays I've seen of this game, most people just kind of play up to the debt and then stop, which is sad, because really... the meat of the more difficult parts of the game come after you finish the debt, so I don't see why people would do that. Really, you're not fully playing the game unless you get every treasure, in my opinion. Like, that is the game. That's when you get the real ending and everything. Like, in this case, this is one of those games where unless you 100% it, you haven't really beat it. Because the debt isn't the end, as you saw. Sure, you get the credits, but, I mean, what are credits, really? How significant are the credits? Anyway, over here, another annoying thing about this part is that sometimes collecting Burrow-Nits like to sit pretty close to the poison pipes. So so you have to be pretty quick about getting rid of the poison pipes before the cooking Burrow-Nit see your Pikmin. And I think we can just swarm him, and we'll probably be able to defeat it. There we go. Very well done. Yeah, there's actually no reason to be attacking that wall now that I think about it. The hole should be on the other side of that other wall right over there. It's kind of strange how there are just some floors that happen to have walls and others that don't. It's a random fact. Okay, down you go. After that, on to the next one. Oh, also, I think parts of this dungeon, as I was saying, they steal from other dungeons. The little angled bits of ground that are raised up were actually found in Citadel spiders. So that's another food for thought little thing. And we'll probably finish up the dungeon next episode, so we'll see you then.